So this is going to be a breakdown of the top 10 Mythic and Rare cards from TMNT that I'm looking forward to trying out in either their own Commander decks or in the 99 of Commander decks that I already have. And I can say my son has become a pretty big fan of Ninja Turtles. He's actually in the other room watching Ninja Turtles right now, so I am hyped for this set just for him. So let's get into it. Cutscene. If you would, do me the favor of liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to this channel. It would really help me out a lot, and I would really appreciate it as a small YouTuber that's just trying to get going and making content for you all. It would help me out a lot, and again, I would appreciate it very much. Starting out, this is going to be one that I am interested in building as his own commander deck, which is Splinter, Radical, Rat. And then an auto include for me, and it's going to be Dark Leo and Shredder, just because of the death touch for attacking ninjas that you get, and then his triggered ability of when he deals combat damage to a player, create a 1/1 black ninja creature token. Then if you control 5 or more ninjas, that player loses half their life rounded up. And with Splinter, if an ability of a ninja creature you control triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. So unless I'm mistaken, then if I have 5 or more ninjas, then someone would lose half their life and then lose half their life again, which is pretty thematic and interesting to me. But him being a 3-color ninja to mess around with is cool too, and being able to make something unblockable is also pretty neat. Weathermaker is one I'm interested in trying in the 99 of at least one deck, if not a couple. 3 mana artifact with landfall, so whenever a land you control enters, put a charge counter on this artifact. It taps for a mana of any color, which is pretty cool. And you can also tap and remove 2 charge counters from this artifact and add 2 colorless, so kind of like a Soul Ring. And then tap, remove 3 charge counters from this artifact, deals 3 damage to any target. And a couple decks that I have that I think that this one is going to be valuable in is going to be Inspirit Flagship Vessel and then Kilo Apogee Mine. My Kilo Apogee Mine is very much about proliferating and tapping and untapping, and then my Inspirit is very much spacecraft tribal, but I think it's going to work well and provide value in both of those. Number 7 is Michelangelo Weirdness 211. There's one deck that I have that I think this would be particularly good in. He's 1 in a green, so low cost for a 1/1. When he enters, you create a mutagen token, which is an artifact with pay 1, tap it, sack it, put a 1/1 counter on a target creature, activate only as a sorcery. And then if 1 or more 1/1 counters will be put on a creature you control, that many +1 1/1 counters are put on it instead. And the deck I want to try it in is Titus Yuna's Guardian, just because he gives us a mutagen token, which is a way of adding a counter onto something. And then when we crack it to add a counter, we're going to get double counters on that because of his ability. And then Titus is going to let us move a counter at the beginning of combat, which would then double the counters because of Michelangelo. So I think he's going to be really good in Titus. Number 6, Kitsune's Technique as a high mana value instant with Sneak for 1 and a blue, but its normal casting cost is 4 and 2 blue. And then it says target opponent mills half their library rounded up. The obvious place for this, at least in my collection, is going to be the Wise Mothman, which I don't know how many of everyone got the secret lair. I got one. I think it was pretty easy to get this one, except for the glitch that people had trying to get through the checkout. But it was still there as far as I know, like the next day. So I hope everybody that wanted one got one. But I was able to get the bundle for one of the reasons was for the Wise Mothman deck. I wanted to have the nice art there that I like of this for him. But I think this is a really good card in the Wise Mothman. Number 5 is Splinter's Technique. I mean, a demonic tutor that you get, for its alternate casting cost of Sneak, 1 and a black, returning an unblocked creature. I think this would be really good in the Splinter deck that I talked about as number 10 and number 9, the mixed one. But then another deck I think it'd be good in is one that I just did a deck tech on, which is Satoru Umezawa, because I'm already returning unblocked creatures to my hand in that deck. It's ninjutsu heavy. So throwing some Sneak in there, but then getting able to Demonic Tutor sounds really good. If you want to watch that deck tech, I'll link it here in the video, and you can also find it on my link tree if you go to my Muxfield. Number 4, Raph and Mikey Troublemakers. 5 and a hybrid, either 2 red or 2 green, for a Trample Haste 7/7 with a pretty unique ability that it's reminiscent of a couple other commanders of mine. Says whenever Raph and Mikey attack, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card. Put that card on the battlefield tapped and attacking, and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. To me, this is just a mixture of Kalia the Vast and then Atla Palani, which I have Dr. Ian Malcolm as mine. That's why I use Dr. Ian Malcolm. But to me, that's just a really cool kind of combination between those two commanders. And I'm interested to try it out as something Gruul Stompy, you know. I think it'll be fun. Number 3 is Krang Utrum Warlord. This, I've got a few decks this can go in. And a friend of mine also has a deck that I think it would be interesting in. But he's a 9-mana 9/9 with Flying, Trample, Indestructible, and Haste. And then other artifact creatures you control also get Flying, Trample, Indestructible, and Haste. So large cost, lots of keywords. But in stuff like my Karn Legacy Reforged list, I feel like this is just something I have to have in that. And same thing with Tanuk Steadfast Second. Warping him in for 3. And swinging and giving all my artifact creatures Flying, Trample, Indestructible, and Haste sounds really good. And then my buddy's deck is the Alloy Savior of Mirrodin. And I don't know if he built it the way that it would work well with it. I don't know, but it seems like something that she might want. So I'm throwing her in here as a reference. Number 2 is Triceraton Commander. XX and 2 white for a Dinosaur Soldier 2/2 with Flying. Whenever this creature attacks, dinosaurs you control other than this creature get +1/+1 and gain Flying until end of turn. And whenever this creature enters, create X 2/2 white Dinosaur Soldier creature tokens. Could you cast this for a lot of mana in X and get a bunch of 2/2 white Dinosaur creature tokens? Yes. Is that what I'm using it for? Absolutely not. I would be using it in Pantlaza and Atla Palani. I don't have Gishath, but I feel like it would still be good in there. But to give all my dinosaurs Flying. Dinosaurs have a lot of trample, but at least my 2 dinosaur decks don't have a ton of Flying. And my play group plays a lot of dragons. So a way to give all of them Flying when this attacks is going to be pretty good in there. Then my number 1 from this set is going to be another commander, Mikey and Dawn Party Planners for 2 and Simic Hybrid for a Ward 2 3/3. Which lets you look at the top card of your library anytime, and you may play lands, cast mutant, ninja, or turtle spells from the top of your library. If you cast a creature spell this way, that creature enters with an additional 1/1 counter on it. I just think this sounds like a fun commander that could include a lot of the cards in the set, and anything with Ward 2, I automatically am looking at because of other Ward commanders in the past that have just been very powerful. But stuff that lets me play lands and then cast a lot of different types of creature spells from the top sounds pretty good. So I'm going to be digging into this one and seeing what I can do with it. All right, yeah, so that's my top 10 so far from TMNT. I will be doing a deck review on the precon that comes out for this set when I get it, and upgrading it with the cards that we pull together from the box that will open. Looking forward to that. I hope you come back and tune in for that. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out being a small YouTuber and trying to get my feet wet here and make content for you. So just do me a favor and like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Command priority. Make the plays. Be the problem.